right now. Time to check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning,
Happy
guys.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Okay, so Kanye West, or Ye, I should say.
Ye.
He goes by Ye now. Ye.
I forgot about that.
After making all kinds of headlines in the last couple of years, is apologizing to Kim Kardashian in a new interview. What did he have to say?
Yeah, he was on Good Morning America and basically said that he was apologizing to Kim Kardashian because that is the mother of his children and he's sorry for any stress he caused and that God calls on him to be stronger. But then there's another quote I'm going to read because Mike and I disagreed on what this meant. He said, no one else needs to be causing no stress either. I need this person to be least stressed and at best sound mind, as calm as possible to raise those children, which I took to mean he was like telling all of his social media people like, hey, give Kim some space. Let's not give any negativity here, even though I've been doing it. And Mike, you interpreted it to mean that he was, how did you take it as?
That other Kardashians could be causing drama within their situation. More importantly, the momager just meddling in between their relationship and how they handle their business.
Because we know Kanye has been really bad on social media against Kim for at least a solid 6.5 months. The most recent thing, he went off on a rant about the fact that he felt like he had no say in the school that the children were attending. And then, you know, Kim fired back and they were sharing screenshots of text messages. And Kris Jenner apparently was stressed by the whole thing, which that's the only part of this that's funny because it's the only narrative she's never been able to control. But so the fact that he's apologizing, I think is a good solid start.
Interesting. My mind went immediately to like Pete Davidson. Even though Pete and Kim are no longer together, I just have a feeling that maybe there's still some beef there, or that on Ye's part that he's maybe holding a little bit of
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just like that apologizing for the stress you've caused. Boy, is that a big umbrella.
Yeah.
Like, let me just say sorry for stress. It's like, what part do you want to apologize for? You want to apologize about the threats you made to my boyfriend, the threats you made to my family.
He doesn't have time.
The screenshots you've been sharing all over social media.
There's a whole baggage claim of suitcases to unpack with a Kanye apology. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
That was not a carry-on size bag.
No.
That was
no.
That was a checked bag.
Well, and then to turn and say like, and anybody else causing her stress, you shouldn't be stressed. Like, okay, pot calling the kettle black. I mean.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, but if it is to call his social media people off, then I do respect that just because they can be brutal.
Yeah.
And like you brought up Pete Davidson, when he was destroying him, a lot of people were commenting on all of Pete's stuff, so much so that he had to go into trauma therapy.
Right.
So it can be hard out there on the internet. So if you are Team Ye or Kanye, just don't be mean to people.
Don't be mean to other people.
House, I guess. Just be nice.
Yeah, you know, and that's a good rule just in life. That doesn't have to do with this.
All
Just
people.
be a good person.
Just take a breath.
Come on, people.
Celebrities and all of us normals.
Just take a breath. All right, so from one drama to another drama. So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, that we saw that lawsuit get settled out. That ended. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
But that ended a couple months ago now. Some new news now from Mr. Depp. He may have a new boo.
He might be dating his former lawyer. So her name is Joelle Rich. She worked on his legal team for his libel case against The Sun in 2020. And so she was his lawyer. And one source spoke to People magazine and said, oh, it's just casual dating. They're barely seeing each other. But then another source spoke to Us Weekly and said, there's so much chemistry and it's getting very serious. And this is the thing. If he is dating his lawyer, I know people are very passionate, one side or the other. Team Amber, Team Johnny. I feel like even I learned too much about him through all of these trials to be like, you know what? That's a solid person to get in a relationship with. Seems like stability is going to be there.
Well, here's the thing. If she's interested and she's been through discovery, he doesn't have any more skeletons in his closet. Like, she knows what she's getting into. So
Very valid.
Maybe that's a good call.
Yeah.
That's my point exactly. Like, she's his lawyer. She knows everything right down to the social security number. She doesn't even have to get to that point in the relationship. Like, and she's a lawyer, so she's probably got her own money. I'm sure she's financially stable. She doesn't have to worry about that.
Right.
But she knows too much.
Right.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
everybody always goes to a date, but there's the one thing in your back of your mind where you're like, I know eventually I'm going to have this conversation and tell them about this. And you don't have to do that
He's done
here.
it. Yeah, that's happened. And
I mean, I guess the big positive is if he gets stopped by like a paparazzi or somebody and they ask him a question, she could jump out in front and say, no comment.
that's
Keep
true.
walking.
That's
Like,
true.
she knows how to
I need
handle
to
those
talk to my lawyer. Honey, what do you think?
Right.
Oh, boy.
I just think it seems way too messy. But you know what? Power to her. If she saw all that and thought, you know what? I'd like to pursue this.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Good for her.
It's a messy world, but looks like they're having a good time. So good
Happy
on
Friday,
ya.
everybody. We'll see you on
Yes.
Monday.
Good times on Friday.
Have a good weekend,
All right.
guys.
And you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.